Hi there, welcome to my weekend sale. Let's get started off right away with a humble bundle that you're going to have to act quickly if you're interested in, and that's the Metroidvania Humble Bundle. It has a lot of games I haven't played yet, but I do want to check out, like Hollow Knight and Lost Ruins. But the game I have played that I do definitely recommend for $15 is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, created by Koji Igarashi and a lot of the team that made Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is a great spiritual sequel, and I do enjoy playing it. And you get a lot of other games that I am interested in checking out for about $15, so hurry while supplies last. Moving on to Steam, we got Capcom Street Fighter Anniversary on sale for $9.89, and it goes through December 21st. With this collection, you can check out the classic Street Fighter II and its many variants, including Turbo and Super Turbo, and they're all a blast to play and hold up well. The original Street Fighter II is a little slow, but it still plays really good. The Alpha series adds some anime aesthetic and some really cool super moves. Street Fighter III adds a bit too many changes and different characters that it doesn't feel like a Street Fighter game, but it is still a fun game overall and worth checking out. And then after all that, you can go back and enjoy the original Street Fighter and wonder how a game that sucks this much ever got a sequel. Speaking about great sequels to crappy games, let's talk about Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, I took a massive dump on the original Resident Evil over Halloween, and for good reasons. It's a shit game that has mechanics in it that are just there to annoy and deliberately waste my time. Resident Evil 2, though, felt the opposite, and I will try to get this review up sometime. I know it's 2 months overdue, but anyways, Resident Evil 2, best game I played since Mega Man X from Capcom. It ranks that high on the list. The horror elements are there. The item mechanics works by making you think, and yes, sometimes backtracking to a chest in order to put something in because you have too many items, but they give you enough space and options to, when that happens, it's your fault for carrying around so much. Throw in some things like Mr. X, which is a really great and really fun mechanic, some really awesome looking graphics, and for a few bucks more, you can even get the original soundtrack, which, yeah, is also amazing. So if you are a music file, it may be worth paying $12 instead of $9 to get that extra audio track. But overall, this is a great pickup. I do recommend this game highly. Going on to another fighting game, though, we have Dragonball Fighter Z. This one picked up the slack when Capcom actually screwed the pooch with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It really disappointed fans. Fortunately, Dragon Ball came out a few weeks later and proved that it could be the true successor to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 3-on-3 fights, great cutscenes, great animation, fight mechanics that are easy to pick up but hard to master, and an actually really great single-player campaign that can last for hours and has several different decisions. I really did enjoy my time spent with this game, even though I don't really do online fighters. It was great, and because I think it has so much single player content and respects the people who bought it, its online was still going last time I checked a couple months ago. So yeah, check this game out for the price. Moving on to Humble Bundle's regular sales, we have Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This is going to end on Monday for $17.49, usually goes for $24.99. If you ever wanted Konami to make another classic beat 'em up to follow Turtles in Time, well, Shredder's Revenge is your game, even though it wasn't made by Konami, but by people who obviously loved and studied Konami classic games, because it feels like a modern-day interpretation of those classic Ninja Turtles arcade brawlers. Throw in, they brought back the original voice for the Turtles and a great art style that mimics and upgrades the original cartoon. I do love this game, and it's definitely worth picking up. Finally, going on to Good Old Games or GOG, we got the SNK 40th Anniversary for $5.99. I wouldn't say this is the best classic collection game in the world, unless you, for whatever reason, really do love Athena. But it does have some really great games like POW and Crystallis that are well worth checking out on this collection. And if the game has an 8 8-bit NES or a arcade version, it lets you select both. So it's really great follow-up. I would say it's worth $6. I wouldn't necessarily pay more than that, though. And finally, definitely least when it comes to my analytics, whenever I talk about this game, we have Megadimensional Neptunia Victory 2. I enjoyed this game. I would say it's almost a good game. It had some decent boss fights. I did enjoy its sense of humor, and the combat system is actually halfway decent. What I didn't like, again, is the graphics are a bit dated. I heard they did another remake to update those, but the cutscenes, when they do a full 3D cutscene, looks like it's on a PS2 system. And the fan service, again, I always criticize it. It's a bit too much on the cringe side for me, but I think for $7.49 that this game is worth checking out and trying if you're ever curious about the Neptunia series. As I always recommend, don't ever pay more than $10 for a Neptunia game, though. Anyways, I should also mention GOG has Trails of the Hero and Trails of Cold Steel games that are on sale. I haven't played these yet. I do have a few on my Steam backlog. I need to play those sometime this year. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any questions or thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I am going to try to do these videos every week, and if I see any more great Humble Bundles during the holiday sales, I will post a video letting you guys know, so I'll be checking those regularly too. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.